To survive, a man kicked and broke the railing. He was trying to climb down from the 36th floor balcony because he had been trapped in the unfinished building for 7 days. It turned out he accidentally left his key in the main door, which was then locked by the wind. He tried to open it. He even found a pair of pliers, wanting to pry the door lock open, but even with all his strength, he couldn't unlock the door. The man angrily kicked the door. It was useless. He dialed the locksmith's number again, but his phone died before he could clearly state the address. He found a charger and plugged it in. Suddenly, the entire room lost power. At this moment, he thought of another way. He used toothpaste to write a distress message on cardboard, then found the right spot and threw it down from the building. The cardboard finally landed in a good location. He firmly believed that as long as someone came up to collect laundry, they would definitely see this distress note. Just then, a woman happened to come up to gather clothes. The man saw her, took a slingshot, and shot at her. This time, he finally attracted her attention and made her notice the distress message. Seeing her walking this way, he was excited, thinking he would finally be rescued. Soon, the woman found the building. She asked security if anyone lived upstairs and why someone threw a distress note. The guard said this unfinished building had been uninhabited for 2 years. The puzzled woman had no choice but to turn and leave. The man waited a long time without any movement at the door, until he saw the woman's figure leaving. He then realized she never came up at all. At this moment, he felt utterly desperate and helpless. Having no other choice, he threw the TV from the 36th floor just to get the attention of the security guard downstairs. Unexpectedly, the guard was listening to the radio and didn't notice the sound of the TV falling at all. A few days later, he realized that without food and water, he would surely die here. So he forcefully pried open the railing and began climbing down without any safety equipment. He dared not be careless, waiting for his hands to grip tightly each time, before tentatively extending his foot. The most difficult part was the stone wall between floors. The smooth surface had no footholds at all. He could only rely on arm strength to feel his way down, but then an accident happened. The man stretched out his foot, not expecting this floor to have no railing. He hurriedly pulled his foot back, using all his strength to climb back up. Now he began to worry. Going back was impossible now. To survive, he could only continue climbing down. Without hesitation, he pulled the belt from his waist. Bracing against the railing, he slowly squatted down. The man was seen tying the belt to the rail, then gripping the belt and climbing down bit by bit. He quickly reached the bottom. In the end, he had to let go. His body instantly suspended in midair, slowly putting his feet down along the belt. He had no time to be happy as new trouble came. This floor surprisingly had no balcony. To enter the room, he had to feel his way along the railing. The man carefully inched forward, bracing his hands against the wall. When he got to the corner, suddenly one foot stepped on air. The man almost fell, readjusting his breathing. He walked over slowly, step by step. Before long, he touched the ground. But when he reached out to open the glass door, it wouldn't open. With no other way, he could only kick the door. Finally, the glass door was kicked open. The man dragged his tired steps to the doorway, tentatively twisting the door handle. He was finally saved.